It's too cold outside.
Good morning. Yeah, it is 28 degrees outside currently.
28 degrees outside currently, yeah.
Wow.
Why did it just get so quiet in here?
Do the people know that story?
They don't need to know. Some things can be
Why
left
did it
private.
get so silent?
Still picking out splinters from yesterday's. Sorry if this is a little weird angle. I'm way on the side. She's more in the middle, and we have just blank space over there. We have a special guest coming today. You guys will have to just wait. And we just wanted to keep some space available. It's super cold. And so if you watched the live yesterday, thanks for jumping in. Normally we guess how it went, but we actually are doing this morning, day after. Every time we go live, we expect like 3 people in there.
Yeah.
Just because we haven't gone live in forever.
It's not like a scheduled thing. It's not expected.
And so, there was almost 500 people in there, so thank you so much. We appreciate that.
It's just so crazy to me.
And then I think we got like, I don't know, several thousand views on it, so that means people were jumping in and out, and then after and whatnot. So definitely surprised us, so thank you so much for that. If y'all jumped in, we said it before and whatever, but it makes it to where it's actually relatable and real, and we get to talk with you guys on the spot, which is nice.
In real time.
Yeah, and
some would say live.
Yeah, and Algear.
Oh.
We got a new subscriber that jumped in, and they watched the dry pour video, and they were going to do one themselves, and then there were a few people that said, we're on our 3rd dry pour, and they still are perfect. So, to all y'all out there saying what? That's what's funny. We always talk about it and everything, but people will always tell you something that makes no sense. You can literally do a dry pour and it works, and I'll be like, it'll never work. I'll be like, no, but we did and we showed you. It will never work. No, like, we literally did it. We showed you. We're still showing you that it's good. No, it won't work. And then people still tell you, so go live your dreams. Go do what you want to do. People are dumb. They're gonna try to downplay your ideas no matter what, just because they think things have to be a certain way or whatever.
They just they like to say the nay.
Yeah.
Also known as naysayers.
Yeah. Yesterday we didn't get to build as much as we wanted. We got into it, and then we didn't get into it like physical arguing or nothing.
We got into it,
some of y'all.
So no work got done.
They were fighting. He admitted it. The dumb narcissist didn't even know he admitted it. You actually weren't out there building yesterday. It was pretty cold, and what I was doing, unfortunately, there's really not much she could have been doing. So I was like, staying here, brought the dogs in, y'all were chilling, and I took care of that. And I was like, man, we need this other stuff to be able to finish this. That's the hard part about building, is unless you get a full material list, you're going to constantly be trying to figure out. That's our special guest. Constantly trying to figure out what you need. Sometimes you miscalculate. Sometimes you didn't even register it. Sometimes it's just something happened and you got to fix something or whatever.
Or all of the above.
Yeah. Today, the only thing that's going to kind of hold back is going to be weather.
But it's actually supposed to get warmer than it did yesterday.
Good. Yeah, I mean, I could deal with it yesterday, the weather. So if it's going to be even warmer, then that's better. So we should be able to finish up and get a video out to you guys tomorrow on the Crockers, which will be nice. I'm very curious what you guys think. And then we got plenty more to do, a lot more. We're going to be busy for a good while now, and I'm excited. Normally, you know, when someone works a job and they're like, oh, it's busy season. It's around Christmas, Thanksgiving, it's wild, whatever. Normally people are like, oh man. And I'm like, busy season, boy. Let's get this done. Let's work. Let's build. And, never in a million years did we think we'd ever turn into a building channel. I started thinking about this and I may have said it before, but I do think we are the #1 building channel in Oklahoma.
You have said it before.
I want to know who else is in Oklahoma that's building that is better than me. No one. No one.
People are gonna love that.
Yeah. I honestly don't know. And that's not me being arrogant or anything. It's just I don't know of any building channels in Oklahoma. I really don't. So I'm just very curious if someone else is. I would like to know whether they're bigger or smaller on YouTube or building better or worse, whatever. I don't really care about that. I'm just very curious who is a building channel in Oklahoma, because I just honestly don't know.
There's a lot of homesteading.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm talking about. We are a part of that, I guess. And
for the longest time, we said we're not a homesteading channel.
Yeah, I don't want to be at all. Like, at all. We just happen to have animals that people have on a homestead.
And we'll raise our own food.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But we're not a homestead.
Well, we don't... I would never have someone come to me and ask me homestead questions.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling y'all right now, don't. Because I'd be like, I don't know, feed them and eat them. That's the goal here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not real big into husbandry or gardening and stuff like that. We like to do certain things, but it's not really... I'm
into my husbandry.
Last night we were into coupletry.
We were watching a movie.
We did. What was it called? Blitz.
I fell asleep.
Yeah, it was alright. I honestly don't remember much about it. Blitz. Which one was that again? Because we watched... I was thinking of Silo. We watched the end of Silo.
Yeah.
Which one was Blitz?
The one where World War II, they evacuate the
that was pretty good.
It was really good. I just
completely forgot.
But I fell asleep.
Yeah, it's a World War II movie, but not really fighting. It was more of like the perspective of like a single mom that had to let her kid... they had to evacuate the kid on a train and leave, and she had to work in the warehouse and build bombs and stuff, and then he didn't want to leave, so he jumped off the train and made his way back through the war and showed all that. It was pretty good. It wasn't exactly what I thought. It was like kind of like a Civil War. It wasn't what I thought, but it was still a good movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I completely forgot we watched that until you said that. But yeah, if I can't even remember what we watched literally last night, how do y'all expect me to do projects and remember that I started one?
See?
So, leave me alone. I got a condition. Anyways, I am very, very excited to build today, even though it probably doesn't look like it. Still pretty tired. We do have some treated lumber, and I'm very curious if it's frozen right now. That is the worst part of right now, is it does freeze. It does, I don't know if any of y'all have ever built and had treated lumber. I mean, it's just ice. They're just straight frozen. So, very curious about that. We may have to wait a little longer to let some of that thaw out and do that, but I don't know. It's kind of I almost feel like very seasoned at this point. It's a lot of it isn't new anymore. It's like, oh, lumber's frozen. We'll go do this and be back. And the first time I remember him like, oh dang, like all our lumber's frozen. I'm not sure what to do. And the best thing you can do is go out there and then, don't leave them bundled up. Go ahead and set them out because you'll think, oh, the top layer is great. And you'll pull it off and then it's still frozen. So if you're new to this, get out there and divide them up.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you. Learning channel, education.
Yeah. Not only building.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
educational.
I'm 40. I know. I've learned a lot in
You
40
gotta
years.
Say it different.
What?
Huh?
Huh? What?
Yes, I'm 40.
Yeah, but I know I'm 40.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys. It's just, it's one of those mornings, I guess, trying to wake up, trying to get going. Literally, that's the point of this channel, is wake up, try to get motivated, talk about what we're doing, talk about how we're feeling. Some days we're not in a good mood, and we're going to talk about it. Some days we're just trying to figure out what we're going to build. We both this morning were kind of, we can't really say too much, I guess, but thinking about some ideas that we have. I was looking them up and trying to figure out different ways to do certain things, and getting on YouTube and watching other people do stuff. I love going to the comments. People will comment on ours and just be like, we come here, we're not negative, we just tell him that he's stupid because he's stupid. And then I'll watch a video and it's like the nicest, like, older man building something. And then the comments are like, this guy's an idiot! You know, blah, blah. And I'm like...
That's just YouTube.
Yeah, but I'm like, man, this guy, like, he ain't nothing like me, but we're the same. We're both idiots. It's just very funny. No matter what, people are going to say stuff, and just get out there and live your life. I know this is beating a dead horse. We say it all the time, but sometimes people just need to hear it over and over. And it's just go after your dreams. Go after what you want. Who cares what people think? It doesn't matter. No matter what, someone's going to say something about you. And it don't matter if you want to try to write a book or write a song or build a house or ride a horse. It don't matter. People are gonna say something. People are gonna talk and say whatever, and most people will say nice things to your face and turn around and say bad things behind your back. So even when you think people have your back, just do what you want to do, because it's your life. You got to live. And I don't know, again, talked about it the other day, feels like kind of living in a simulation where it's you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You can do whatever. Honestly, we don't even know if we're going to be here tomorrow. We don't know what's happening in the world around us. We don't know anything. So just live your life the way you want it. And I've thought about this for since I was young, that life is just a game. And I don't know why I ever thought that when I was younger, but life is literally just a game. And if you can just make it to the next day, then you're good. Because you don't even know if you're going to wake up the next day. So just make it through that day, and then you're good. And I used to think that if you didn't live in a certain type of house or in a certain area or a certain whatever, that I'm like, or I even thought too, like, back, if you didn't go to college, your life was over. I remember one of my friends being like, yeah, I'm not going to go to college. And I was like, dude, what? Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Like, your life is over. Like, what are you going to do? And then, now I'm just like, I think people that live in campers are a lot smarter than people that have, hundreds of $1,000s in debt for a house that's way too big for them. I think people that live in tiny houses are a lot smarter than people, again, that have huge houses. I think, you know...
everybody's different.
Well, yeah, this is what I think.
Yeah, I would say...
This is what I think.
Yeah, everybody doesn't mean one way's right, one way's wrong. Just the way our mind works is the more I don't know, debt-free lifestyle.
Yeah.
Is
well, that's what
freedom.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm basically getting at is, you know, I thought for a long time too is like my goal is to get a brand new truck, you know, whatever, you know, just like forever. But it's like I don't know if I want to. I would rather just buy a cash car and then not have a payment and then use that money to go travel or use that money to, you know, live life, or you know what I mean, rather than. You don't have to have all the bells and whistles and the nicest things out there. I mean, there's people all the time constantly trading in their new cars, constantly getting a new phone, constantly whatever. And all you're doing is keeping up with people that aren't even keeping up with themselves. They're trying to keep up with someone else and, live in your own bubble. And, life is literally a game and it's how you play it. And it's
easy to get caught up,
I
guess, on like materialistic things.
Yeah.
But it's like at the end of the day, this is what we talk about. It's like, it's just crazy that people put so much value on something that literally means nothing. Like
at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's like a thing.
Yeah.
But again, everybody's different. It's just the way we think and the way we are.
Yeah, it's like, okay, again, either you can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a big house and then hundreds of thousands of dollars on the nicest cars and phones and all this stuff. Like, you can spend all this money, but are you really living life, or are you just doing it so someone thinks you're cool?
Yeah.
Because if no one out there existed, but it was just you, would you care what brand you wore? Would you care how nice your car was or anything? Me personally, no. Most of the shirts I wear, YouTube shirts or stuff that y'all sent or whatever. I do like, you know, like skateboarding brands and band t-shirts and stuff like that. And, you know, clearly she likes wearing like Packers gear and stuff like that. Like, we like that, but it's not like, oh man, if this isn't the NFL brand, if this was the Walmart shirt, you know, if it has the Green Bay Packers logo on it and you like the way it fits and looks, we'll buy it. It doesn't matter.
Especially if it is from Fleet Farm.
I don't know what Fleet Farm is. Rich stuff?
No.
Oh.
It's like when we went to Oshkosh.
Oh.
They have the best. If you're from Wisconsin, go to Fleet Farm and get you the licorice, the 6 pounds of licorice. And they have a great selection of cheap Green Bay Packers stuff.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. The more you know.
I was about to say, the more you know. But it really is just like it's like a game, and it's how do you play it? And I don't know. It's wild. It's people live for different things, but I think the majority of people that watch this kind of have the same ideas as us. Maybe not exact, but it's. And then some people are on fixed incomes and stuff, I know that. But I would just rather, like, build up an old 30-year-old 4Runner and go travel and do that stuff because, one, we like the older 4Runners and stuff, and we want to go camping and all that. But you could just go, say, to Colorado and get hotels. Or Airbnbs or whatever, but we prefer, it's expensive tent camping, but it's a one-time fee of the tent that's on top of the car, but then it's like, you have that until it breaks, I guess, because we'll use it forever, but,
or even on that same thing, is you can have a camping rig that's like, so nice. Like, you guys have seen them out there. They can get insane.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Which, super nice, but be in debt. Or, you get you a 33-year-old 4Runner.
Put a little time and effort into it. And get it going. Yeah. And, you know, it's the same things of, you know, the little 4-wheelers and dirt bikes and stuff we have, like, the one that Brandon redid, it's a 1985. Like, it's as old as I am, and that little sucker's fun. And you can get them for a couple of $100 and put $200 or $300 into it, and then it's awesome, you know? So, it's I don't know. Life really is just a game, and it's how you play it. And I would rather make, we're just throwing a number out there, I'd rather make $100,000 a year and live in a camper and save all that money to do whatever I want with, rather than live in a big house that the mortgage is $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, just for the mortgage, not bills or anything. You know, just a big, huge, fancy house.
Month to month.
And then live month to month. Because what are you doing? I would rather live in the camper and buy a storm shelter, live in Oklahoma, have both of those, than to live in a big, huge house and be paycheck to paycheck. It's all how you play the game, and some people, unfortunately, start on different levels. Some higher, some lower. Everyone's got different things, but I know people that started up here and end up down here, and I know people that started down here and end up here. It's how you play the game.
Started from the bottom,
and now here.
Now we're like here.
Yeah,
you know?
We're in a camper, and but it's, I don't know. It's truly how you play the game, and it's,
and there's no, that's the big thing too. There's no right or wrong way. It's
it's free play.
Yeah,
free roam.
Exactly.
And
this is just how we see it.
Yeah, you get to do what you want.
But again, if you have a different opinion on it, doesn't mean we're thinking you're wrong.
Yeah, no, this is just, well, it's our channel. It's our opinion. We're the ones talking.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's not always about like how you spend your money or anything. How you spend your time with people. Do you keep these people in your life, or do you let them go? Are they bringing joy and happiness, or are they bringing negativity? You choose to keep them in there. And if you want to deal with that, then that's your gameplay. But just remember, that's you're the one that has to deal with the negative that's sticking around. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy too to me that some people enjoy it, but it's crazy to me. They never leave their hometowns. They never leave the state they grew up in. They never, any of that stuff. But it's very easy. It's a lot easier than most people think to get up and go. It's just how much are you willing to sacrifice, and where do you want to go, and where do you want to try and do all that. And there's literally people out there that never leave their hometown. They graduate high school, they work a job, they do that their whole life, and nothing ever changes. I'm not saying they're miserable or happy. I don't know. That's for them to decide. Then you got some people that move all over the world. They backpack through Europe, and then they went to Japan, and then they went and lived on a beach, and then a houseboat, and then did a tiny house, and then lived in the tent in the forest, and then whatever. It's who's living the better life. I don't know. That's up to that person to decide. But life is a game. You get to choose what you want. And even if maybe you're a handicap or something, maybe something is going on, you're in a wheelchair, there's still things that you can do. Don't ever think that you can't do anything. It's different for everybody. But I mean, there's anything is possible. We went to
Sand dune?
The sand dune. I couldn't think what they're called.
I got you.
I know, but what are they called?
But we are, the sand dunes.
They're not just called sand dunes?
The Great Sand Dunes in Colorado.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a real name. There's sand dunes everywhere, baby. But in Colorado, there's the big sand dunes.
Park.
Yeah, and you get there and they have free wheelchairs with big blow-up tires so you can be pushed through the sand. I mean, things can happen, and you don't have to do, like, it doesn't have to be like, well, you're in a wheelchair, this is what this is the life you have to live. I literally have seen, because I've skateboarded, did all that stuff, and they have Nitro Circus and stuff, where they have huge ramps. I mean, you're talking, they're probably 50 feet in the air. They're coming down these big ramps with a huge 50-foot gap, jumping over, and a guy's doing it in a wheelchair and does backflips in a wheelchair. His name's Willie, I think. I think they named him Willie, or Wills. And it's a game. Life is a game. You get to decide what you're going to do every day. You're going to decide how people get to treat you. People are going to treat you the way they're going to treat you. You get to figure out how you're going to react to the way people treat you. You get to figure out if you're having a bad day and you're arguing, okay, are you going to do it all day, or are you just going to be done with it and get over it, talk it out and move on? Are you going to, whatever it may be, it's how you play the game is how it's going to go. And you could either just go with it and just be like, well, today's going to be a bad day. Or I don't have any money for this. Or I'm in a wheelchair. Or I'm whatever. And you can be mad about it. Or you can figure out the cheat codes in life and play the game the best you can and get out and do it. And
would you say cheat codes mindset? Positivity?
I don't think if you type that in,
oh.
I think it'd be more, because that's like too obvious.
Mm.
It'd be like, what's a good code?
Mm. Use code Crockers at checkout.
Yeah. It'd be more like overachieve, but you wouldn't spell like that. It'd be like in code. And like 6 letters.
Good job.
Yeah, it can't be too obvious.
Yeah.
But life really is a game, and it's how you play it. And sometimes when you play games, real games, you win, and sometimes you lose, but you learn from it. And at the end of the day, just get out there and live life to the fullest, and don't let anyone tell you you can't do something. And days like today, it's going to be cold, and I don't do cold weather very well. So either I can just complain about it and be like, or I can bundle up and get out there and just work and move and stay warm or whatever. You know, there's different options. It's just how you play the game. And I don't know why, but I've always thought that. I have truly always thought that since I was a lot younger. It's like, man, life is just a game. And most people are too scared to even play it at the end of the day. I think most people are too scared to play it. They just go off the handbook of what everyone tells them. You do this, 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 and this. And
well, that's a way to play.
It is, but if you want to play the game better, then listen to me. Get out there and try hard. And give it your all, and strive to be the best. I was trying to think of, in Little League, before we played our game, we'd have to like say, I forgot what it is.
For?
No, what? Before every T-ball game, I'm thankful for my mom making me peanut butter and jelly sandwiches this morning and bringing Star Crunch for the team, cutting up oranges and apples. No. Before Little League, it would be like they play the national anthem, and then there would be some like thing, like a pledge or something that we would say. I forgot. Somebody out there has to know. And I just remember saying something about, we will always strive for the best, or I forgot what it is. I guarantee you we could probably Google like Little League pledge, and there's going to be something, but
that's pretty cute.
Yeah, and
there's little Jason out there.
Oh yeah,
I strive to be the best,
and I did. I always did. And my hat, maybe this is how.
But you're just so cute.
This is how good I was. T-ball, I was pitcher. And y'all were like, pitcher? What do you mean? Well, we won the World Series in T-ball, and we beat the Kingsville teams, baby.
Oh.
And we beat all the National League and the American League. We beat them all.
Wow.
And Austin was on the team, too.
Oh, wow.
And Ana's sister. And
Austin,
she struck out.
Austin was a bench warmer.
She
struck out.
His dad was one of the coaches. But
I bet Austin was cute out there, too.
I think everyone was on the field, but I'm pretty sure him and his sister were outfield. But the pitcher had to be the one where to stop the gameplay every time they'd have to throw the ball to the pitcher. Once the pitcher caught it and stood on the mound, it was like, okay, play over, reset, all that. But they would give us little iron-on stars for our hats, and it would be like for like most valuable player or whatever. But I remember winning like best sportsmanship or whatever it is. I used to be a really good kid. YouTube, I would have no stars on my hat. I would be the one that had got kicked out. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, life is a game, and it's how you play it. And today,
play it with good sportsman-like conduct.
Yeah, do as we say, not as we do. But life truly is a game, and if you want to win at it, you just gotta try different things and try things someone else hasn't done, or maybe go against the grain a little bit, go outside the handbook of what everyone else is doing. I've definitely learned in life the way to stand out is to just do what others won't. And I mean, that's literally in anything. Just when most people won't do something, go do it. When everyone's doing the same thing, just, if everyone's out there wearing red shirts, wear a white shirt, and you're gonna stand out. It sounds so stupid and basic, but it's true.
It reminds me of, what is that? There's a movie with Amanda Bynes.
Oh, I don't know.
And she goes to England. Is her dad's, like, prime minister or something? Or some country.
Mm-hmm.
And then the love interest is like, you're born in a world forced to be something when you were born to stand out. That's my baby, is Amanda Bynes in that movie.
This is why I don't let her talk. You always wonder, Jason cuts her off, this is why. This is why.
You're
Thanks.
Amanda Bynes in that movie.
Yeah, and later in life, she went crazy, alright?
Yeah. Let's
so,
see what happens.
Here we are. We both started out innocent, and then me and Amanda Bynes just went wild. We went crazy. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. We appreciate y'all. It was just a little too cold for my baby this morning, so she said, can we do this inside?
Yeah.
We know a lot of y'all don't like it for whatever reason when we sit in the camper. All we do is still sit and talk, but y'all like the different background outside. So, anyways, hopefully y'all have a good one. We're going to get building and then finish up what we're doing and then get a video out tomorrow for you guys. Maybe today. We're going to get a Crockett Life video out for you guys today. So, alright guys. Peace.